Good morning on day 7. Feeling better. Got a lot of sleep last night. Still a little chilly. But Dad sent me one of my sleeping bag liners. So I'll be toasty. Get ready for the Smokies in case it gets nasty up there in a week or two. This is Whitley Gap Shelter water supply. It's awesome. Big pipe. Have my sticking hands in cold water. About 6:30 in the morning. 45 minutes before sunrise. Well up here. Pretty cool. I assume that's what used to be here. And you gotta climb uphill to get back to the shelter. Can't really see it. But sunrise will be that way in a few. Hopefully I'll get back up there and catch it. Here's your breakfast setup today. You start organizing, getting all your stuff ready for what you're going to eat today, do while you're walking. Got the stove and some oatmeal going. Got the different drinks and coffee going. And that's a food bag. Either put it in a bear box or you hang it on over a tree on some line, or you have bear cables here at Whitley Gap Shelter. Anyway, beautiful morning. Sun is getting ready to peek up. Try not to miss it today like I did yesterday. That's all right. We got a bunch more to come. Looks like the sun is trying to come up behind this little mountain here, so we'll finish breakfast and start walking, and maybe we'll catch it somewhere down the trail. Getting ready to head out of Whitley Gap Shelter. Just in time for a little sunrise up there, coming over the mountain. There she is, peeking through the trees. It's gorgeous today. We've got a couple more days of nice weather, then a day or two of thunderstorms. Might hunker down a little for that. On the top of Wildcat Mountain on my way out of Whitley Gap Shelter. It's a beautiful spot. There were quite a few people here yesterday watching the sunset over those mountains that way. It was beautiful. Nice rocky ledges just overlooking forever. These mountains go, it's a little hazy, but it's gorgeous. Time to stop and take a layer off to climb out of Whitley. Is a little steep, but getting easier every day. Here's an Appalachian Trail Thru-Hiker mailbox. That's how you get your mail up here. They have ridge runners. Just drop it off in there for you. Pick it up. Just kidding, of course. After a 1.2 mile hike out of camp, it's pretty steep coming out of Whitley Gap Shelter. But now we go through this mountain laurel. Maybe that's what these are. We'll see. I have someone that knows, or when you guys leave a comment. Just a nice little tunnel at the end of this Whitley Gap trail here. And it's a little blue trail. And so do a mile, 1.2 miles before you even start the AT today. That's okay. It's a good warm up. You got all day to hike. It's gorgeous out. So I'm going to show you a little of this green tunnel. This is the February and winter green tunnel. It'll change as leaf buds start coming in. But for now, it's rhododendron way up there in the distance you see there around the corner. And maybe this is mountain laurel. But I know, I'm pretty sure, some rhododendron. Anyway, back on the AT. See the first white blaze up there on the tree. Now remember, when you leave, head downhill. Real easy to go the wrong way out here when you come out of a weird camp like that. That is not the way. That's the way back to Springer. Coming up on Hog Pen Gap. Only 2,153 miles, 2153.8 north to Katahdin. Springer Mountain's 38.2, it's where you start. I started 8 or 9 miles before that. Some nice maps of the local area here. I see in the reflection. I see my reflection better than the trail. And they have a map here that goes all the way from Mama K all the way down to Springer Mountain. All right, got some miles to do today, guys. I'm gonna get busy. Mark Trail Wilderness, Chattahoochee National Forest. Got 4.5 miles to Low Gap, another 14 to Unicoi. Looks like a bunch of smaller climbs today. Well, this is what a lot of summits on the AT look like. It's called Sheep Rock Top. A small summit. It's nice up here, but once the leaves come in, I don't think you'll see anything. But it's a fun little fire pit somewhere over here. A little bit of camping up on top here. And we still got a long day ahead of us. Let's get hiking. There's a Whitley Gap Shelter way down there. That's where I stayed last year in my Georgia shakedown hike. But not tonight. Heading up that way. Got some climbing to do. All right, time for a water break. See the stream flowing out of the rocks up here. This is what we look forward to. I still filter it. Some don't, but most do. I'll filter it. Drink all I can here. Carry a little bit to the next spot. Miniature waterfall over here. And that's how we get to Maine. Drinking out of the side of the mountain. Heading over there tonight. That's Blue Mountain. There's a shelter somewhere just before it. I'm gonna head that way. It's another 5 or 6 miles. Catch up with you soon. Name that critter. Close up of some of it. Brown, tan. Some of the other fur. A little more scattered. Bear, raccoon, play it bear. Stuff's overgrown the trail. It's healthy out here. Keep forgetting what it's called. One day I'll remember. But it's all over the place. It's gorgeous. Mountain laurel, I don't know. But it's all over. Must be at just the right altitude, somewhere around 3,000 feet, plus or minus a little. Gorgeous. Got some walking to do. Get around these mountains over somewhere over there to sleep tonight. It's a little cloudy and cool out today. Great hiking weather. More water coming up. This time of year is great. Just water everywhere. It's either flowing off rocks because of icicles. There's ice on the ground there. It's just flowing down the natural creeks. In October when I was here, most of this was dry. It was hard to find good water. Had to carry it a long way each time. This one's flowing great. Down this beautiful little valley here between these two hills. And then we tiptoe across this. Just met a couple of flip-floppers from 23. They started in Harper's Ferry, went up to Katahdin, went back, flew back to Harper's Ferry. We got back there somehow, and then headed south. Now they're about 50 miles from finishing their Appalachian Trail hike. That's a real nice way to do it for some. Eases the pressure on these trails and the facilities around here. So that was cool. They got a couple more days. 50 miles for them is probably just 2 or 3, 4 days. I don't know, not much. They're almost there. Seemed in good spirits still. It was cool to run into. Coming up on Chattahoochee Gap here. There's some water, but it's somewhere between 1/4 and 1/2 mile away. I don't need it, but if you do, you can follow that blue blazes, I guess, and go get some. Not for me today. Goes down that hill, it looks like, to the water. Looks like you go up this hill, that's Jack's Gap Trail, Appalachian Trail, Water Trail. Fall first. All right, we'll just keep going this way. Got 2.5 miles left today. Thank you, trail maintainers. It would have been a lot of fun with this tree. It really came down crazy. All the roots. This is all splintered. Old, rotten, splintered. Anyway, makes it a lot easier. Appreciate all the work out here, guys. Coming up on that last tent site before Blue Mountain Shelter. I believe it's all this area down here. Looks great. Huge flat area. Don't see anyone taking advantage of it right now. Still early in the season. Chilly out still. Let's see what the sign says up here. Water that away. Camping down there. And we're just going to keep on walking. The white blaze on the tree says keep going this way. Another mile or so to the Blue Mountain Shelter. I think I'll call it home for the night. The sign says water, but I understand it might be a little ways down that ravine. I hear it, but I don't see anything easy to get to. I understand there's one more before my shelter. We'll hold off. Yeah, I see it. Way down there. Coming up on Blue Mountain Shelter where I'm staying tonight. AT keeps going straight, I think. And the shelter's over there with the privy. Sorry, I'm winded. It's a good climb up after getting some water. Well, today was good. It was 12 or 13 miles. I'm up here at Blue Mountain Shelter. I have my tarp set up. See it over here behind me. It should be a nice night. Not too cold, in the 30s. Light wind. Rain Thursday. Thunderstorms Thursday night. Anyway, it's a beautiful place up here. I have some decent sunset behind me over there where you see the sun over my shoulder. It's a big campground. One gentleman just joined me here. I think he's going in the shelter. I prefer out here in the park. And right behind me now, hopefully it's a real good sunrise tomorrow. If I get my lazy butt out of bed, we'll take a look at it. Other than that, it's another big 12 or 13 mile day tomorrow. Big for me, small for a lot of people. Anyway, let's go make some dinner. Sunset on Blue Mountain Shelter.